Hey, happy Friday, peeps. Welcome to my YouTube channel. Just kidding. Okay, so today we're going to be solving equations for the indicated variable. Okay, so the indicated variable is always going to be the 4 and whatever they say. Okay, if you need some extra help, like if you were to like Google these on YouTube or something because you need some help, they're also called literal equations. Okay, so if we look at this, and some people really struggle because they're just letters. So we're solving for A, okay? That's what they're telling you. And so you can kind of look at this and say, okay, well, here's the A. Okay, so whatever is on A side of the equal sign needs moved away. And so I really have A times K, and so I'm going to have to move the K. And so we just kind of have to think about it, well, how do I move the K? Well, if it's times, then we're going to divide. So we're going to divide both sides by K. Okay, in order for those to cancel. So over here, I'm left with A equals, and it's just going to be U over K. And this kind of looks a little sloppy. Okay, U over K. And that's it. Okay, most of these, especially on the front page, are going to be fairly easy. So I got G equals X over C, and we're going to be solving for X. Okay, we're going to be solving for X. So anything that's on X's side of the equals needs moved. And so I see that I got X over C, or X divided by C. And so I need to move the C to the other side. So we're going to say times C. And if I do it to one side, I got to do it to the other side. Okay, so I got C times G. And you can write it like that. You can say C times G, or you can say CG. Okay, and that equals X. Either one of these works. Or you can say C, I would not use this kind of times G equals X. Okay, but any of these three are totally fine. Okay, I got C equals MA. We're solving for, oh, am I looking at the wrong one? Nope. Yeah, I was. Okay, I got G equals C plus X. We're solving for X. Okay, we're solving for X. So right here's our X. So anything that's on the X side of the equal sign needs moved over. And so right here I have a C. So we're going to say minus C, minus C. If I do it to one side, I got to do it to the other side. So on this side, I'm going to have G minus C equals X. Okay, 7. What are we solving for? Okay, take a second and think. What are we solving for? Okay, well, it says 4A. So right here's our A. Anything that's on the A side needs moved. So how do I move? I need to move the M. How do I move it? Okay, well, if these are right next to each other, what does that mean? Okay, that means divide, or that means times, so we're going to need to divide. So we're going to divide both sides by M. So on this side, I'm going to have Z over M equals A. That's a Z, not a 2, so sorry. Okay, 9, I got G equals C minus X. What am I solving for? Okay, take a second and think. What am I solving for? I'm solving for the X. Okay, I'm solving for the X. Oh, I don't know how to tell you how to do this one. So this one's a little bit more complicated because there's really a -1 in front of this X. So to make it a little bit easier, I'm going to move some stuff on the other side. So we're going to move the X over. Okay, and so I got G plus X equals C. And then now I'm going to move the G over. Okay, and if you're not really understanding this one, that's okay. If there's any other ones like this, I would cross them off because... So why I did not move the X is because if I do it on this side, I got G equals C minus X. Okay, if I were to move the C, I'm going to say minus C minus C. So I got G minus C equals negative X. And then you're going to be stuck dividing by a -1. Okay, and so you can still do this, but we'd have x equals g minus c over -1, which is the same as putting the negatives with the stuff. So you could put a negative g and a positive c right here, and then kind of get rid of this, which is the same as this. Okay, but this is a little bit more, I think, just personally me, confusing, whereas if you move the stuff around, that's okay. But as I've always said, either way works as long as you get the right answer. Okay, 11. I got g equals c over a, and we're solving for a. Okay, we're solving for a. So I really have c divided by a, and so I'm going to write it a little bit different. I got g equals c divided by a. Okay, and so to solve for a, I'm going to have to multiply by c, okay? Or you can do this on the flip side and move the a, because you have to move this bottom piece before you can do anything. So we're going to say times a times a. It's supposed to be a. So on this side, I got a times g equals c. And still, I'm solving for a. So now look at it. What needs moved? Okay, and so I'm going to times or divide by g. So I got a equals c over g. Okay, do me a favor, cross off number 12. Cross off number 12. Let me see if there's any more on the front that I don't like. The other ones, I would like you to try them. Okay, some of them are a little bit more complex than the others, but I want you to try. Okay, look at the back. I got g equals c plus a. I'm solving for a. Okay, so I need to move everything away from the a. So I'm going to say minus g, or minus c, I'm sorry. Minus c minus c. So on this side, I got g minus c equals a. Okay, z equals a minus m. Solve for a. Okay, so we're going to say add m, add m. So on this side, I got z plus m equals a. Okay, 17, I'm solving for what? Okay, and it tells you, solve for x. Okay, so I'm going to say plus m, plus m. So I got z plus m equals x. Okay, 19. I'm solving for x. Okay, so take a second, find the x and find the equal sign. Okay, well, right here's my x and here's my equal sign. So anything that's on x's side of the equal sign needs moved. And so that's going to be that c. So we need to move the c. Let me erase some of this crap. Okay, so how do I move a minus c? We're going to say plus c. Okay, so I got x equals, I got d plus r plus c. Okay, 21. I'm solving for what? Okay, I'm solving for x. So take a second, find the x, find the equal sign. Okay, well, right here's my x and here's my equal sign. So everything that's on x's side needs moved. And this is really x times c times y. And so if it's times, then we know we need to divide. We are going to move everything but the x. Okay? So the c and the y need moved. And you can do them all in one step. Okay, so I got G over CY equals X. Okay, 23 is kind of like a two-step equation. So if we had something that looks like 4 equals, we'll do a different number, 1 plus 2 over X. Okay, the same way that we would do the two-step equation, you always do the addition or subtraction first and then the multiplication or division. Okay, so the Y is definitely going to get moved first because we're solving for X. So our first step is going to be to say minus Y. Okay, and so we got Z minus Y equals M over X. And this one kind of sucks. I don't want to confuse you guys. Cross off 23. Sorry, but it's pretty complex, so the steps, and I don't want to. Okay, 25. So we're going to solve for X. Okay, so I need to move the K. So we're going to say minus K. Minus K. So I got X equals V plus W minus K. Okay, last one, 27. I got AM divided by B, and then L equals Z. So I'm trying to move the everything but the A. So my first step is to get rid of this bottom. So we're going to say times B. Times B. So on this side I got ZB. Okay, ZB is the same as Z times B equals AM. Okay, and I'm trying to solve for A. So what else needs moved away from the A? Well, the M does. So we're saying divided by M. So I got A equals ZB over M. And let me look at the other side real quick. That one looks good. That was good. Cross off number 28. Okay, cross off 28. Okay, you guys go through. You got probably 13 and 14 to do. Get them done and then put it in the box back there. Next week, I'll be here on Monday. We'll do this again. Tuesday, there's no school. And then Friday, you have a test. Okay? Have a good weekend, and I will see you on Monday.